Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda. Welcome to some exercise. Um, for today's session, if you're able to get, our only props would be light weights. So, I have a couple of 3 pounds, so anywhere 2 to 4. If you're at home, you can grab a couple of bottles of water or cans of veggies, just something to give yourself that optional resistance. And if you are at home, I encourage you to turn on some fun music. I always love to play my Motown dance party. So, here we go. Let's get started. First check in, just how you're feeling as you sit down with your feet flat to the floor. Try to get your back off the seat so our spine is nice and tall. And just take a few easy breaths in and out. So, just a couple of times as you start to regulate your breathing, might be the first time today that you've noticed your breathing. So, maybe just breathing in for 2 or 3, breathing out 2 or 3. Start to settle your mind. Start to notice how your body is feeling. And just be sure to stay present with your breathing throughout our time today. So let's give us some neck rolls. You can kind of just start half circles, like chin shoulder to shoulder. You can take full circles around. Again, just do what feels best to you. And if you are going full circles, make sure you go both ways. Balancing out, still breathing in and out last time. All right, so you finish it out, transition to some shoulder rolls. Again, we're just kind of noticing, okay, how are things feeling right now? Just always moving with intention. All right, so we're going to continue with the shoulder rolls, but one arm at a time. If I'm mirroring you, your right side, right arm, just take some nice, easy, big circles. Now, if it doesn't feel good, you can just make it a little smaller. But again, I'm just trying to get some looseness here through our upper body, still breathing. All right, let's reverse it. So same side, just switching direction. And just feeling like those spaces around your shoulders, your chest, your back are starting to loosen up. Last time. All right, relax that side, maybe shake it out a little. Let's go on to the other side. So again, just taking some easy circles around. Always just noticing as you go from right to left, do they feel different? Just again, checking in, breathing. Wait, let's switch directions. So same thing, just go the other way. Are you starting to feel maybe some little variations between right side to left side? All right, last two. Last one. Ooh, all right, shake it out a little bit. So again, let's just take an easy twist. So I'm gonna bring my hands, if you can, to your ribs and just moving our body a little bit. Starting to wake up through our spine here. Ooh, and then again, just to feel a little heat, I'm gonna tilt forward, still with a flat back, kind of make some little fist here and just a little trunk twist. Starting to get a little heat now. As you're doing this, start to squeeze up through the belly. Not forgetting to breathe. Just feel that subtle movement, shoulders through ribs. Good. Nice, easy twist. Keep the core strong for 3, for 2, 1. All right, nicely done. Shake it out. Let's take an easy breath with the arms. Everybody inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it out. Good. So do that again. Plug down through the feet. Squeeze it through your belly button. Lift up. Exhale. All right, changing up a little bit. Let's inhale again. Lift up. As we exhale, open to the right. Let's come up through center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, go to your left now. So let's do that again. Big breath in as you reach to the sky. As you breathe out, twisting over, look over the right shoulder. Inhale again, reach up. Exhale, find your twist. So let's take one more each way. Inhale, squeeze in the belly. Exhale, maybe twisting a little further. Last time, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and take another inhale, lift up, and then exhale, arms out. All right, bring your hands to your knees. And I want you to think we're still working into the spine. So doing a little cat cow, if you visualize your spine arching. So let's lift our chest, lift your chin, lift your tailbone. Take an inhale as you look up. As you exhale, other way. So we'll pull on the belly, round the back, tuck the chin. So I'll show you from the side. So as you inhale, arch, look up. And then as you exhale, stretch, round it out 2 more times. Big breath in, broaden your collarbones. Big breath out, round, tuck the tailbone, squeeze the belly button. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, and then just gently come back up to standing. All right, shake those hands out for me a little bit. I want to make sure we're getting some heat into the body. Maybe shake them up. Like I'm just kind of shaking off mosquitoes, right? So coming on down. Shake it out good. Shake it up again to the sky. Ooh, getting a little up and down. Good. Don't forget to breathe, friends. One more time, all the way up. Shake it out good. Keep moving all the way down. All right, a few times. Open and close. Open and close. Good. And if you're ready for the next level, one hand is open, one hand is a fist, and we switch. And we switch. Good. I love to do these little movements every day. My fingers get so cold. I'm gonna make sure that heat is moving, blood flow is moving. Good. Add a little extra, like a push pull. Still both strong. Don't get lazy, floppy with it. Get a little push, a pull, a squeeze, and breathe. Almost there. You feel that heat in the fingers and the shoulders. Everything working together for 3, 2, 1. All right, shake it out for a second. All right, I'm gonna sneak it close so we can do a little hand exercise. Good for our brain. I do these every time. All right, so a little bit more of a challenge. We're gonna take the right hand, if I'm mirroring you, index finger, thumb. The left hand, pinky and thumb. All right, now both hands are gonna switch thumb to the next finger. And we're gonna keep on switching and not forget to breathe. All right, now your right hand should end up on the pinky, left hand's on the thumb. We got to go back, so switch. And it's okay if you mess up. Just get back into it. And don't forget to breathe. These little movements, firing up right side, left side of the brain. Good. Feeling strong, feeling under control. It's okay if you make a little mistake. We're here to challenge our brain, challenge our body. Good. And over time, you get better. You just got to practice, right? I promise. I promise. All right, finish off this last time and shake it out a little bit. All right, one more. If that one really, it always blows my mind how frustrating it is, but don't get upset. So we'll just play with a little bit. Right thumb, left index finger. They're touching. All right, and we're going to switch out. So it goes to the right index finger and the left thumb. And then we switch again. And this one, maybe it's easier, maybe it's not. Just have a little fun with it. Then you can always go a little bit faster. Having fun. All right, great job. Shake it out a little bit. That's been great. All right, so got to get into our lower body. Make sure the heat is starting to stay through our core. March in place. Good. You can add that opposite arm. Just a strong little march. Good. Everything is engaged. Belly button's pulling in. Arms are strong, starting to feel that heat go down through our legs. Good. And still breathing. All right, changing up, adding on a little bit. So as the right leg lifts, bring your arms out like a little goalpost. Right leg up, torso twist so the left hand taps the leg. Come through center and switch. And switch. I like to inhale, exhale, twist. Good. So thinking about our strong body movements. Good. Squeezing that core. Always mindful breathing through the movements. Twist, squeeze, and twist. Abs should start to be firing up here. And remember, I always say nothing lasts forever. Just a few more times. Twist and twist. I'll count it down. 4, 3. Squeeze it again tight. 2 and 1. All right, relax for a moment. Let's lift that right leg up. So still focusing on our hips and through our lower body, through our abs. Strong leg can lift a little higher. And I want you to visualize a door hinge. Push that leg out, waking up to the hip, pull it back in. Pushing out, pulling back in. Squeezing out, squeezing in. Good. Jump swimming for 2. Squeeze it back in tight. And 1. Now come back to center. We're not done yet. I want you to flex your foot. Push out like you're pushing on the gas and pull back up and in. So flex, push out. Scoop and squeeze back in. Again, pushing out, breathing, pulling back in. Good, nice and strong, resisting, like you're really pushing against something out. And pull back in. Can you give me one more? Yes, you can. Strong and hug it in. Whew. Take a little breath here. Easy inhale and exhale. Try to let go of any tension, even just in your mind, and take some little circles into that hip. Loosening up, breathing, going the other way, friends. Always have to balance it out. Maybe give yourself a nice little squeeze in and set it on down. All right, so that leg is feeling nice and warmed up. Let's lift up our left leg. So foot's off the floor, belly's in tight, start to squeeze the leg, fire it up, lift up a little bit higher. Think about that door hinge, strong, push out, strong, pull in. So again, think about resistance as you move in both directions here. Your body is strong, you're getting that skeletal muscular connection, using that energy for the last 2. Don't forget to breathe. Last 1. All right, now keep it lifted. So we're going to push on the clutch and pull back up and in. So again, resist, push out, and then pull back in. Sometimes it helps with the arms as you push out and you scoot back in and you're squeezing and you're breathing for the last 2. Scoop it back in. 1. Keep it strong, lift and hug. And take a nice, easy breath. And maybe take some of those circles. Just always think to yourself, what did I do on the first side? Can I match it on the other side? Effort for effort. Again, just letting your mind check in. How are things feeling today? Nice little squeeze in. All right, control as you set it down. All right, think about down to our feet. So can you lift up your right toes and your left heel? And then we switch. And then we switch. And then we switch. I always like to have a little fun in my classes, like we're doing a little dancey dance. So again, still moving into the feet, still channeling into our brain. Maybe you go a bit faster. Oh, just get those ankles crackling up, waking up. All right, real quick, circle your right foot around. Loosen up the tension out of the ankle, go the other way. Work on this range of motion, friends. Good homework for you to practice every single day. With that right leg lifted, I want you to point like a pretty ballerina and then flex back. If you have toes or your shoes out, your toes can really separate, and then point and flex. So again, a few exercises to do at home when you don't have shoes on. All right, quick calf stretch. Set your heel down. Let's keep our spine straight. My knees a little bit, a little soft, and we're just gonna tilt at the hips. Again, you don't have to go deep. Just get that little easy stretch behind the leg. Take a good breath in, good breath out. All right, go sit up tall. Set the foot down. Jump into that left side. Ooh, so circle the foot around a few times. Some days it's tighter, go the other way. Just, again, noticing how the foot is feeling. Working into the ankle, the toes, and real quick, we're going to flex and point and flex. Open the toes and point, drive it away. Feeling that stretch from your shin, your calf, down through the foot, top and the bottom. All right, set it on down for that quick calf stretch. So our heel is down, our toes are flexed back. Try to keep your spine straight as we just hinge from the hips. Just take a few breaths here. Easy inhale, easy exhale. Yeah. All right, let's sit up nice and tall, both feet flat. Let's do an easy breath all together with the arms. Inhale, easy exhale. Good. It's good to regulate your heart, right? Take one more time. Big breath in, big breath out. March in place. All right, so yes, we like our marching in place. I hope we can get all those steps of the day. What's the goal? 20,000? Just kidding. All right, but take it where you can. Walking is essential. So even in the chair, you're thinking, I'm strong. Control. Good. We're going to add on to it. Strong as you can. Punch and kick. So right leg, left arm. Punch and kick. Pull back. Punch and kick. Keep going. Punch and kick. Trying to do opposite sides. If you can, just do the best you can. And again, don't be like, meh, right? Meh. It's a punch and kick. Punch and kick. Good. Nice, strong control. Give it that little punch and that strong kick. Best you can. Good. Give yourself that little target. Again, getting our heat into the body. Still squeezing through the core. Still breathing. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. March it out. Loving marching. Marching sometimes, it's not easy, but it's a little reset. Just kind of like, okay, get my brain together, get my breathing under control before we change it up again, adding on for fun. So think about your right foot. Tap out. Right foot taps in. Again, out, in. Just do the right leg for a second. I promise there's more to come. Out, in. Say it. Out, in. One more. Out, in. To the left side. Out, in. Jump it on you quick. Out, in. Strong. Lift up. Lift it. Out, in. Last 2. Out, in. Out, in. Now come back to center. Right leg with that left arm opposite side. Right leg, left arm. Out and in. Good. Don't be lazy. Don't drag the foot, drag the arm, but think strong. Out as best you can. Out, in. Out, in. Give me 3 more. Out, squeeze, in. Breathe. Out, in. 1 more. Out, in. All right, quick reset. Jump into that other side. So now with that right arm, with that strong left leg, here we go. Out, in. Squeeze, out, squeeze, in. Lift it up. Out, in. Keep it strong. Out, in. Keep breathing. Out, in. 3 more. Out, in. Out, in. Last time. Out and in. All right, quick reset breath. More stuff is coming your way. All right, bring the arms forward. So let's try a little combo just like we did, working together. So right leg, left arm. Out, in. Switch it out. Left leg, right arm. Out, in. That opposite side. Out, and in. And if you're not syncing today, it's okay. Just keep moving. Don't forget. Good. Keep squeezing. Keep breathing. It helps sometimes if you say out and in. Out. I'll give you other words. I promise. Out. Squeeze in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. 2 more sets. You got it. Out. In. Out. Last time through. Out. In. Out. Now all together, arms and legs. Make it big. Out. Squeeze it in tight like a little ball. Make it big. And then squeeze it in. So again, going out and pulling in. Breathe, everybody. Out. In. Out. Squeeze in. 3 more. Out. In. Out. In. Last time. Out. In. All right, everybody take a nice big recovery breath. Exhale. Bring it on down. 1 more time. Breathe in. All right, letting it go. All right, I want to do a little bit more just for our abs because yay core, everything's strong from the inside out. Now, bend up your elbows like you're holding a jump rope. Let's jump rope. And guess what? You can do one foot at a time if that's where you are today. All right. So otherwise, just a little heat here, and we'll have fun with it. I always make jokes that like I feel like I was a rock star jump roper when I was in grade school. I could do all the fancy things and backwards, and then get into that double dutch. Not anymore. I'm barely holding on with the jump rope these days. Again, you can have a little fun like kicking out. Just think strong control, moving with intention, heart rate's coming up, abs are getting on fire. Always remember, nothing lasts forever. So take it to your edge, wherever you are, wherever you want to be. Hopefully, you got music to help you keep you motivated. Breathing, squeezing, working for 3, for 2, longest count ever. 1. All right, take a quick reset. In fact, soften your knees and I just want you to kind of float a little side to side. Good. Let those hips, those knees kind of start. You can grab the chair just safely and just take the twist as best you can. Just letting your thighs, knee, hip loosen up. All right. So at this point, we're going to transition. If you have weights of some sort that you want to use, you can grab those. And a quick check in too. Everybody has a sip of water. You forget sometimes. Whether it's 100 degrees or 10 degrees, you still need water. Okay. If you are using weights, you're going to think always checking in with how you're feeling. Now, you can always set the weights down. You can always do one arm at a time. Just the main thing is to listen to your body. All right, so we're going to start with a basic bicep curl. So your elbows are in, palms are facing up, and just always be mindful that you're not slouching. Try to sit up nice and tall, back still off the chair, and keep pulling in that tummy. Never miss an opportunity to use your abs, okay? All right, so with our palms facing up, our shoulders drawing down, let's come up with the fists towards the shoulders and then go halfway down. So we're going all the way up and halfway down. Now keep pulling in the tummy again, and let's regulate our breath. Good. So we're just doing the top half here. There's the words. Just kind of targeting different little spaces in our biceps. For 2, for 1. Now let's go all the way down, halfway up. So now we're doing the bottom half, right? Try never to lock your elbows. Good. You just come about halfway, lower down. Squeeze up, squeeze down. Trying to always move in both directions. Keep breathing, friends. For the last 2. All right, now full range bicep curl alternating right and left. Squeeze right, squeeze left. Breathe. Good. Nice control here. Working strong on both sides. Good. Keep squeezing that core. Finding that mindful movement up and down. Good for 2, both sides. And 1. All right, nicely done. Relax for a second. Ooh, all right. So from here, let's bend up our elbows to 90 degrees, just like so, palms facing in. Can you keep the arms locked at 90 and just lift straight up and out and back down? So the rule I always say is pretend like your arm is one of those rulers, 90 degrees, because what I see people doing is kind of what I call the chicken wing. We don't want to do that. We just want to keep our arms at 90. So just 90-degree angles, you extend out and then we pull back in. All right, so give it a try. Up and out, squeeze back down. Working into our lovely shoulders. So draw your shoulders out. And again, always feel like you can do one arm at a time if that's what you need, or just set the weights down and still move through the motion. Squeezing out, squeezing in. We're still pulling our core, right? All right, good. Going for 2 and 1. All right, so take a quick reset. Make sure that you're softening through the neck. Now, I have a fun little exercise. Weights are optional. It's really targeting through our tummy. So your left foot can come forward just a tiny bit. Your right hand is either by your shoulder or up a little overhead. Now, what we're going to try to do is think left leg, right, more rib or shoulder trying to touch. So squeeze over and pull it back out. They don't have to touch those. So let's do a little body twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Like the elbow is coming to the knee, but I really want you to think shoulder. So again, using those strong abs. Twist it over, bring it out. For the last 2 and 1. All right, switch it out. Take a quick breath. Right leg forward. Now doing that left side. Now again, you might need to set the weight down and just kind of do the movements without the weight. That's totally fine. Take it where you're able to. So strong as you can. Take a good inhale. Exhale, twist over. Inhale, extend out. And again, squeeze in through that belly button. Good. Mindful, you're still breathing, right? So as you squeeze your core, make sure we're protecting our back. Twist over, inhale out. For the last 3, pull it in tight for 2, and 1. All right, nicely done. Take a quick reset. Make sure you're not clenching up by the neck or the shoulders. Try to soften where you're able to. All right, so from here, we're going to rotate a little bit. This is your right. So the right hand's just going to rest. I call this like bend the elbow and just hang out for a second. Now that left hand's going to do some work. This is called lawnmower. My running joke is young folks don't know what it is to pull a lawnmower string. Even now at our house, we have a electric, so we just push the button. But old school lawnmower, your left hand is coming down towards your right leg. And I want you to think strong pull, bend up the elbow. Can you do a little twist maybe? And then unwind, push it back down, because those lawnmowers never go on the first pull, right? So pull it up and revolve back down. Hey friends, squeeze your core, squeeze your back, squeeze your shoulder. Good, strong pull, twist, and then unwind, press back down. Working in both directions, right? We want to work against gravity. Twist up, squeeze the core, breathe, press back down. Good, nice, strong control. Whew, and breathing into it. Squeeze up, revolve back down. For the last 4, unwind, squeeze up 3, pull on that tummy again. 2, I got good news. Hold this last one. Hold it right here, about halfway up. And all we're going to do is straighten our arm and then bend it halfway to 90. Triceps. So we straighten and then we bend. Extend and bend. Hey, pull on your tummy again. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Straighten it out. Bend it up. Back of the arm is feeling the fire. We love to work that little love space here, don't we? Don't we? Don't we? You got 3. You got 2. One more. Hold it and pulse, pulse, pulse. Tiny little pulse. Just squeeze it up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoo! All right. Release. Come through center. We got to do the other side. So now we're going to pivot to our left. That left arm is going to take a little breaky break. Okay, so bend the elbow. Right hand. Give yourself some space to bring that right hand down towards the left leg. Lawnmower. Let's pull it up. A little twist. And then unwind. Push back down. So we squeeze it up and we squeeze it back down. Strong through our back again, through our shoulders, through our core, and of course through our breathing. Squeeze up, unwind, press down. Again, find that mindful movement. Can you feel that strength you're building as you pull up and press back forward? Good. Breathing through it. You're almost there. You got 4. Keep it strong. Press down. Pull up. 3. Squeeze that tummy again for 2. Ooh, let's hold 1. Start at 90 degrees, elbow bent, straighten, bend halfway. Extend and bend. Back of that tricep, right? Back of the arm. As I always say in Texas, seems to always be tank top season. So let's get those arms nice and strong here. Good. Mindful movement, breathe. Good. Squeeze up, squeeze in for 2. We're going to hold it. Pulse, 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 pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoo! All right, come back through center. Got good news. We're going to take a little break. We're going to hold on to the weights, but we're going to take a break with our upper body and bring into the legs. So getting into the Grand Plie, goddess stance, sumo squat, whatever you want to call it. All right, so if you want to use the weights, bring them just above your knees on top of your thighs. Now, quick check-in. Pull in the belly. Tuck that tailbone so you really start to squeeze through your abs, down through your thighs, and of course into your calves. And let's just do some heel raises. Right heel up and switch. Left heel up. And still alternating here. So just kind of working into our legs. And of course, we're using into the brain. Squeeze it up. Good. Now you can continue to alternate. Press that big toe down, drive that heel up, or maybe you're ready for both. Again, take it where you're able to, but try to feel that squeeze all the way through the lower body. Good. So we're really focusing on the strength we're building as we continue to breathe. Good. Squeeze up, and a little extra challenge. Don't drop all the way. Hover those heels at the bottom if you want to. All right. So squeeze up and in. Pull it up. Press it down. For 3, for 2, let's hold that last 1. And I want you to think heels up higher. Little pulse. Little up. Little up. Ooh, getting that fire in the calves. We love it. We love it. You got 4, 3, 2. All right. Bring the feet down. Keep the legs wide because I love to do these little side crunches. So fists or weights on your sternum. And I just want you to side crunch and pull up. And side crunch and pull up. So think about those side tummy muscles you're working here and you're still breathing. Good. As you keep the belly button pulled in, imagine rib to hip and lift. Squeeze down, squeeze up. Whoo, yay. Side abs working for us. Finding control here. And then again, not too many left. Just keep moving with intention and keep breathing. Squeezing down. 6, 5, you can count. 4, you count your breathing. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's heel toe our feet back together. Feels good, feels good, feels good. Okay, just because I feel like we need a little bit more because yay weights, bring the fist up to your sternum and punch it out and pull back and punch and pull back. Good, just kind of reconnecting, familiarizing our upper body with these weights. Again, as you push out, pull back in, press out, pull back in. Good. I promise I'm gonna change it up here again. Just a second, just a second. All right, last one right and the left. All right, flip the palms down on your legs. We'll do front raises. Lift up, push down. Just a few times here. Squeeze up because I got more coming your way. Lifting up and lower for 3. Pulling that tummy again. 2, I know we're getting there. All right, hold up at the top. Flip the palms up. High bicep curls in. Extend. Showing you from the side. In. Just don't hit your face, please. Squeeze in and out. I promise we're going to be done here in just a second with these crazy weights. You can set them down if you need to anytime. Good. Keep pulling the core. 2. All right, last little push. Bend at the elbows. Out and in. Squeeze out. Squeeze in. Think strong back, strong shoulders, strong chest, and of course, strong abs. Good. Keep breathing with it, friends. Pull it in. Squeeze it out for 4. Breathe with me. 3, 2. Last little push. Bring it together as tight as you can. Elbows touch and punch, 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 punch. Almost there. Almost there. I promise I'm gonna give you a little stretch here. Oh, a little fire. Building strength more. Last 3. Last 2. Whoo! Okay, set it down. So as we bring our weights down, make sure they're out of the way, under the seat, all the way to the side. Give yourself a few shoulder rolls, everybody. All right, level stretch for you. Right hand comes all the way in front of you, like you're slapping somebody over there. Left palm scoops up and hugs the arm over. And again, just try to relax your shoulder. Maybe look to the side. Just a little stretch for you. All right, let's switcheroo. Left hand all in front of you. Right palm scoops up. Same thing, not on the elbow, but more on the forearm as you just gently draw the arm over. Maybe look into the side. Maybe not. Just breathe into your body. All right, relax it for a second. Go ahead if you want to grab your chair or make your fingers into an interlaced fist at your lower back. We're going to squeeze the back. Oh, and get a little good stretch along the front. So open your throat, your chest. Just take an easy inhale and exhale. And maybe go the other way. Just bring the palms together, rotate out, and then round, tuck it in a little bit. Just take an easy breath. All right, relaxing the shoulders down, soften the neck because all those weights are behind you. And now we get to transition to sit to stands. These are our favorite. I know. We got to work on these every single day for the rest of our life. You think about when you're standing up from a chair, from the couch, out of the car. It's important. We just always have to be intentional to practice these movements. So we're going to try a couple today. If you need your walker or a cane to help you up or push yourself slightly off the chair, do what you need to do. But let's practice 3 pretend sit to stands. I always say like your bottom's going to hover like an inch off the seat. Not an inch, but an inch. Okay. So feel free to bring your hands to the chair. As you tilt forward, nose over toes, squeeze your belly, press your feet firm to the floor, and just hover your bottom just a little bit, and then float back down. So without the hands, you're probably lifting up higher than you think. So just check as you tilt forward, squeeze, we'll do it again, hover your bottom a little bit, try to float back into the seat. Squeezing those belly, those inner thigh spaces in and up. So let's do it again just to practice. Hover as you tilt, zip it in. All right, that's been fun. So we're just kind of building all those foundation muscles. And now we're going to try 3 good sit to stands. If you get one good one, that's awesome. Okay, so again, use the hands of the seat. You can almost pretend like you're pulling yourself up as you reach out. And a little extra, if you want that extra challenge, hands at prayer at your heart. All right, so let's tilt forward. Maybe you want to give yourself a little rock As we squeeze, breathe, and push up. As you stand up, press the ground away. Once you get there, relax your arms down, take an easy breath. Now, when we sit, because we get to do this 2 more times, don't don't try not to flop. Try to float. So again, it does help if you have that counterbalance as you bend your knees, hips back, chest up, belly in, weight to the heels, and try to float quietly into the chair. All right, so 2 more sets. Again, take where the hands need to be. You're the master of your own ship. So here we go. Just count down 3, 2, and I'm gonna press and stand up. Ooh, all right, relax the arms. Take an easy inhale and exhale. Okay, we're gonna do it 1 more time. And again, when we sit, that's part of the process, right? Let's see if we can float into the chair. All right, for real this time, for real, we're gonna stay standing. So whatever your hands need to do, take it to that edge as we count down 3, squeeze, 2, and press up, stand up. So again, as you get yourself standing, notice your feet are about hip to shoulder width distance. Relax your shoulders down. As we say in yoga, it's our mountain pose, standing with intention. As you relax your jaw, take an easy breath in and out. All right, so as we transition to our standing side, if you might need a chair behind you, you definitely want something in front of you. But if you need to sit real quick, if it's not a stable day, safety first, have something behind you as always. All right, and I'm going to sneak in another sip of water because water's good. All right, so as always, when we get to our standing section of class, you need to have something there for a little balance support, right? Not full on whole body support, right? So just think it is there for us to build strength. So let's just check out a walk in place. And I'm going to scoot the chair to the side so you won't just see the chair, you'll actually see what I'm supposed to be doing. But again, you've had the chair in front of you, just make sure you're not banging your knees. Have the fingers light on the chair if you need it, or you can add that opposite arm lift. Again, what is your best control today? Trying to always move with intention, with strength, and of course, control. Good, nice, easy movements, and not forgetting to breathe. Good. So I always think, walking a little silly sometimes as we play in our classes, just so that we walk in the real world safely with more awareness, working on that gait training. All right, last 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, relax it for a second, maybe kind of shake it out. And then my next little warm up as we get familiar with standing again, because we've been sitting a while. Again, light fingers on the seat, lift your heels up, doing our heel raises. Yes, squeeze up, squeeze down. Trying to never just flop out of it, right? We lift up and then we slowly lower. And in fact, I say lift on a 1, lower on a 2, right? And again, keep those fingers light on the chair if you need it. It's always there for you. If your balance is pretty stable, adding in opposite arms, lift up, lift up, and breathe down. Now, if you start doing this and I notice your feet are out of it, that's not the thing. So come back to the legs. Don't worry about the arms. Arms are always optional, right? But if you're feeling stable and feeling strong, keep the arms going. Good. Working into that mind-body breath connection. Ooh, yeah, starting to feel fire in the lower body. Yay, calves. Yay, ankles. Good. Big reach and bring it down. Inhale, exhale. Good. Always thinking about stability, good control, up and down. All right, we ready to start our countdown? 6, 5. Breathe with it. 4. Ooh, keep control. 3. Keep squeezing. 2, 1. Oh, all right, shake it out. Anybody else? Calves are always on fire after that. Ooh, okay, so that's always fun. And then my next little foundation check-in is how our balance is. So as we shift the weight, we'll start with this side, your left leg. Use the analogy like you're gripping your toes, your heel. I've also had people remind me, if your foot's like a triangle. So big toe, pinky toe, down to the heel. Those points connect to the ground. Keep your knee a little bent like you're pushing the ground away, and then let your right foot float. And some days it's a little off. I find if I stare at some stable spot like on the floor and not forget to breathe, helps me focus, helps me really build that strength as I try to balance even for a few seconds. Okay, if your fingers aren't still on the chair. All right, release. Check that out. Let's do the other side. So Same foundation check-in. What do you need to imagine that your foot is rooted to the floor? Squeeze it tight, strong through your leg, and then see now if your left foot can hover. And just don't forget to breathe. You'll find that maybe one side is a little more challenging, and that's okay. We're all, a little imperfect. And so we're just here to notice our body with awareness and breath. Awesome job. All right, balance it out for a second. So that feels good. All right, so let's think about having our feet, just real quick, look at your feet, how you're naturally standing. A lot of times we don't realize we have a little misalignment. So could you have almost like a number 11 with your feet facing forward? All right, now we're going to bring the weight to our left leg as we pick up the right foot, tap the toes out, show you without the chair, and then step the foot in. And then let's switch. Weight to the right leg, lift up the left foot, tap the toes out, and step back in. So notice I didn't say step out, step in. I said tap out and then step in. So we're going to continue to switch the weight. So tap the left toes, step in. Tap the right toes and step in. So again, hold on to the chair, please. Tap and step. Tap out and step. So fingers can be on the chair. We're switching out the weight and we're still breathing. All right, I promise we'll add on here, just get the foundation, making sure our support system, our foundation, safety first, is nice and strong. We're still squeezing our core and we're still breathing. Tap out, step in. Tap out and in. All right, last two, last one. All right, nicely done. So we're gonna stick with the right leg for just a minute. So tighten up your left leg, tap those right toes out, and can you tap in? So notice I didn't say step, step, right? We never shift the weight back into the right foot. We're gonna keep it in the left leg. All right, so we tap the toes and tap the toes. Notice you can have your hand on the chair, good. Now adding on, just gonna show you real quick, keep that weight in the left leg, light in the right leg, using the right arm. As the right leg goes out to the side, can you reach your right arm to the left and tap back in? So we extend out and pull back in. Again, left hand can be on the seat. Weight is in the left leg. You're still breathing. Reach out. Pull back in. Keep it strong. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Good. All right, friends. I'm going to check in. Are we squeezing our core? Are we still breathing? We'll count it down. 4. Squeeze in. 3. Squeeze that tummy again. 2. 1. All right, let it go. Relax it. Shake it out. Have as just much fun on the other side. So take a quick reset breath. Okay, bring the weight into this leg, your right leg. So we're light and our left toes. Just to start with the foundation. Left toes are tapping. We tap out, we tap in. So think about that movement. Again, keep that right hand on the chair. Never shift the weight back into the left leg. We're just focusing on that right leg. Lifting at the left foot. And again, another quick check-in. Don't drag your foot. All right, ready for that same side arm. So left fist up by your chest. Tap the left toes to the side, left arm to the right, and back in. So tap and reach. Again, right hand can stay on the chair if you're ready with your balance. Right hand to the hip, wherever you are. Keep it strong. Again, not just like me, but think strong tap, strong reach, strong pull back in, tap the toes. Keep that weight strong in your standing leg, reaching out, squeezing in. Hey, how about that core, friends? Let's pull it in. You've got 4. Breathe with it. 3, 2, 1. All right, quick reset. Now again, and anytime if you need to come back to the chair, keep doing the movements with us. All right, you just listen to your body. All right, so have a little extra fun here. Weight back into your left leg. This time, I want you to kind of hover your right foot, flexing your toes, out to the side and back in. I call this my little pendulum extension. So you don't bring the leg out to tilt your torso. You're just doing some extensions out and in. All right, so if you got the chair in front of you, your leg is just going to the side, pulling back in. Squeezing out, squeezing in. Try to hover the foot. If you need to set it down in between, that's fine. Squeeze out, squeeze in for 4. Keep that torso straight. 3, belly in. 2, 1. All right, quick reset. Bobble those knees. All right, we'll switch it to the other side. So strong standing right leg, strong lifted left leg. And remember, I'm showing you from the side. Your foot's flexed, right? So it's not a limpy leg. It's strong. So we squeeze out, squeeze in. I always say like you have a band, like rubber band between your ankles. So give yourself that resistance in both ways, like you're treading through water. Good. Hands can be on the chair or on the hips. Get your strongest form today as you breathe. Squeezing. Good. Nice and strong control. Out and in. For 4. Squeeze that leg again. For 3. Pulling that tummy. 2. And 1. All right, set the foot down. I got a little bobble, shake the legs a little bit. Reset, recheck in. All right, so from here, we're going to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to have you turn, this is to the right, and bend that front leg and straight and strong with your back leg. Both feet to the ground. If you look at your feet, your right toes are facing forward, your left toes are in a little bit. Go ahead and grab the chair with your left hand. Your back right arm, I want you to do big propellers, circling it forward. Good. So again, find this movement, keep it control. Notice your balance. If you're stable, add that left arm. And if you try to, like, yeah, no, not today. You're just moving nice and strong as you breathe. Good. Squeeze those thighs. Squeeze the tummy. Good. Keep breathing. For 2. For 1. Now take a quick pause. Grab the chair again. That back right arm. Left hand stays on the chair. Let your back arm go back, reversing the direction. Again, so you know your body. Keep that left hand on the chair, safety first. Otherwise, when you're ready, both arms. Swimming backwards. Chest is opening. Keep squeezing the legs. Squeeze your core. Not forgetting to breathe for the last 3, 2, 1. All right, shake it out a little bit. Stepping to center, just a little quick reset in between, breathing. Hold the chair, swing the arms, just kind of let that tension melt out because, oh yes, you know, we get to do the other side. Like you have to tell yourself, I'm so excited to have another side to do. All right, so let's take a quick check-in. Point your left toes to the side, bend that knee. Make sure your back foot is flat, legs are strong. And I always like to think, squeeze the thighs in. Now again, hold the chair with that front arm. Your back arm is going to start going forward. As best of a rotation as you can get. As you're stable, strong, keep the hand on the chair, or you're ready, add both arms. Just doing a nice big swimming stroke, windmill arms. Keep the core strong as you breathe. Awesome job. All right, quick pause, right hand to the chair, reset, strong legs, strong tummy. Back arm is going to start, left arm is going to go backwards. Trying to reverse the movement. Now, you take it where you can. Keep that right hand on the chair. As soon as you're ready, if you're ready, both arms. Friends, don't forget to breathe through it. Chest is open. Tummy is strong. You're still squeezing. You're still breathing for the last 3, 2, all the way through. All right, relax it. A little toe tap. Again, hold the chair, but I always like to let my arms kind of get jello, letting all that tension melt out. All right, very good. All right, so coming back to center, you can, again, have the chair in front of you. I'm just showing you without the chair so you can see what's happening. Weight to your right leg. Pick up your left foot, step it behind you, and maybe bend your both knees. Step the left foot up and switch. Right foot steps up and back. As big of a stance as you safely can. I call this the curtsy lunge, right? So you don't actually have to do the curtsy movement unless you really want to, but you're trying to bend your knees. Hold on to the chair, please. Safety first. As you squeeze your core, try to keep your chest lifted. We're just doing a little bend the knees. Now, if you're ready, you can add the right arm out as you step to the right. Reach the left arm out as you step left. Again, keep a hand on the chair. Always, always making sure that you're not dragging your feet. So if we start doing that, take the arms out of it. Otherwise, as you keep the feet strong, lifting, stepping, maybe you're ready, both arms. Maybe not. Maybe you try it and you're like, yeah, not today. Wherever you are, keep the tummy pulling in, keep those legs nice and controlled, mindful breathing through it. And I've got like my big open arms, like my bat wings. All right, good. You can change it up too. You can do like a pull up, strong resistance. One arm or both arms, totally fine. No arms, totally fine. Good. Just keeping control, pulling up, adding that little curtsy lunge. Keep lifting up the foot and remind yourself, nothing is forever. So these movements will be behind you shortly. Thinking I've given it all I've got. I'm going to keep it strong for the last 6, 5, 4, don't forget to breathe, 3, keep squeezing, 2, 1. All right, back to that gentle little toe tap. Just a little recovery, right? You can have the hands on the seat. You can swing the arms a little side to side. And again, I always like to think I want to let my heart rate kind of come down naturally, not just come to a full stop. But again, just giving yourself a little chance to build up those steps, getting your steps counting today, right? Always, always. All right, last little bit here. All right, as you stand up nice and tall, you can have the chair in front of you. I'm just showing you from the side. Let's do some butt kickers. Heel up to the bottom and lower. Heel up to the bottom and lower. Good. So just a few times here. As you lift, squeeze your seat. That's your bottom. Good. Trying to keep control. And again, you have choices here. Keep the hands on the chair. I also add in that little punch option if you want. You can always have a hand on the seat, right? Those punches are an option. You never have to. But again, if you're feeling saucy, both hands can lift up and you just alternate punches as you squeeze. Drive the heel towards the derriere. Keep pulling in the tummy, friends, and think I'm almost there. Good. Squeeze to the backside. Draw in through the core again. Good. Slowing down the breath for the last 6, 5. Keep it strong. 4, 3. Pull it in. 2, 1. All right. Shake it out a little bit. And I like one more little movement for recovery. Twisting. Maybe hands on the chair. If you got it in front of you. Hands on the hips. And I show you from head to toe because over time you want to see, can my whole body get a little twist? And again, keep the hands on the seat, but see if you can actually get your heel up as you move a little bit. And again, letting our whole body find a little connection. All right. And I know I said we were almost done, but I want to sneak in one more thing. Don't hate me. All right. So get your feet facing forward. I have them about hip to shoulder width distance as best you can. We're going to work on our squat. So showing you, if your fingers are on the chair, weight to the heels, doing a squat. Press your hips back, bend your knees like you're going to sit down and then press the ground away, stand up. You change your mind. So sitting back, pulling the tummy, pressing up. So we're going to do a few squats. Please make sure you're not a teapot, right? We don't tilt forward. The depth happens by pushing your hips back, lifting back up, squeezing down, squeezing up. Again, fingers on the chair. That's always there for you. Good. If you want a little more, if you're stable in your balance, as you press up, reach up and lower. Press up, reach up and lower. Again, keep it under control. You can maintain one arm, keep the other hand on the chair, or if you're ready, both press up and lower, like you're having weights. Press overhead. And again, if you start to lose form, start to lose balance, knock it down, bring the hands out of it. It's totally fine. This is just your last little push before we start to cool down, start to stretch, which you never want to skip the stretching, right? Because then you'll kind of hate me tomorrow if things hurt, if it makes it hard to laugh, hard to sit down because you used your muscles and you didn't cool them down and stretch. So let's love on our body for the last 4, wherever you are, keep it strong, press up. 3, keep pulling in that belly. 2, 1. All right, so again, relax the arms, give yourself that full twist with the torso, with the hips, if you can, and just breathe into it. All right, before we start to sit down, let's give ourselves a couple of stretches while we're still standing. I like to do this one a lot of forward fold, hands to the seat wherever you need. Walk your feet back. As you press your hips back, lengthen your spine, keep your chin, make sure you're not looking way up. Right chin's in neutral, neck is long. Easy breath in, stretch along your legs, your hips, your spine. Easy breath out. All right, as you inhale, come up. We're gonna walk our feet forward, do a variation of that. So facing forward, as you have your hands on your seat in front of you, cross your left foot over the right, try to get your feet flat, and forward fold again. You may not come as far. We're just getting stretch variation behind our legs, as well as the outside of our legs. Keep the tummy pulled in, friends. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, squeeze the tummy. Inhale, lift back up, uncross your feet, and go the other way. Just make sure you've switched, right? You're right over left, maybe. Try to have both feet firm to the floor as you press your hips back, hinge, tilting your torso a little forward. Easy breath in again. Easy breath out. All right, inhale, lift back up, uncross your feet. Now, as we have our chair, we're going to work our way to sit, and just being mindful that when we do sit down, we'll have a little fun with it. For these last few minutes of class, I'm just going to invite you to think, could I start to sit down on a 5 count? So reach the arms forward, weight to the heels, belly's in tight as you float yourself into a squat for 5, for 4, squeeze, 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 3, shoulders down, chest up, 2, can you hover at the bottom and give yourself a little pulse, pulse, little pulse, squeeze, almost there, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, and float. Always landing quietly. Good job. All right, take an easy breath, everybody. Lift up. Easy exhale. Bringing your arms down. Scoot back just a bit. All right, so again, one more time. Big breath in. Big breath out. And here, if you want, I always think sneak in water. I feel myself starting to get thirsty. All right, so best part of your day. Time to stretch and cool down again. All right, so let's take another inhale as you lift the arms up. As you exhale, let's bring the arms out and find your right leg. Yay! And hugging it in for a moment. Just take a few easy breaths. Just noticing if you're feeling a little different now than you did when we first started. Maybe a little warmer. Muscles are a little looser. Maybe you can take some nice big circles if it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. Good. And if you do take circles, just be sure to go both ways. Easy breath in and out, friends. All right, while we're up here, if we're squeezing our leg, ooh, let's circle that foot. Loving on your ankles. Make sure you go both ways. Give yourself a little flex and point. And breathe into it. All right, as we release, we're going to start with our right foot over the left. So we're crossing at our ankles. Spine is straight, hands to the hips. Just remind yourself, don't round at the shoulders. You hinge from your hips as you open up along your right knee, your right hip. Now, I'm going to give you a choice. This is always option 1. Figure 4, you're working into your knee, your hip. Stay here. This is good. You're not feeling any bad feelings. If you want to try the next level, it's a little bit deeper stretch. You can try to bring your ankle up to your left thigh. And I see a lot of times people do this and their face is like clenching. And I'm like, you're about to break something. I can see something's going to snap. So bring it back down. This is an option. Or here, what feels best to you today. If you've had knee replacement, maybe you want to bring it back to the foot. Just listen to your body. I'm going to keep flexing my lifted right toes, keeping the spine straight. You may tilt forward a little bit. You may not. Just breathing gently as you loosen up into your right side. Easy inhale. Easy exhale. All right, as we unwind, let's lift our foot. Use those core muscles. Bring your foot forward, flexing your toes. Our calf stretch again. So letting you see the heel is down, the toes are flexing back. Knees a little bit and your spine stays straight as you just tilt forward without rounding. Just keep your shoulders down and just get an easy stretch behind your leg. Nothing too crazy. Just take a good breath in. Good breath out. Oh yeah, we worked our calves good. So you want to make sure you stretch those out again so you don't hate me too much tomorrow. All right, let's sit up nice and tall. Lift up your foot, setting it down. And let's do the other side. So hug up your left leg. Take a few breaths here. Is this side tighter? Maybe it feels a little better. Yeah, just listen to your body. And I invite you to take the movements that you found on the first side. Just seeing how it is today as you breathe into your body. Oh, yeah. And then working into your feet, right? Circling around, flex and points. Gotta love on our toes, love on our feet. Another good breath in. Maybe give yourself a nice little squeeze as you breathe out. All right, so as we release, try to think not a flop, but control. Cross at your ankles, left over right this time. Baby stepping our figure 4 as you hinge forward. Oh, yeah, and see, how is this knee? How is this hip? You are welcome to stay here, feeling a good stretch. If you want a deeper stretch, as long as it doesn't hurt, you can bring your foot up to the top of your right thigh. And if you're like, yeah, no, not today, right? Choices are out there. Flex your toes. Keep your spine straight. Maybe you tilt a little bit, maybe not. I'm just breathing gently into my hip, careful into the knee, seeing how this side feels. Take another good inhale and exhale. All right, as we release, think strong in your core. Lift up your foot, bring it forward, flexing your toes. So we'll get into our calf stretch. So again, spine is straight, knees a little bent. So as we hinge at our hips, and just gently stretching behind your leg. How is this side feeling? Just take a good breath in, good breath out. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right, let's sit up nice and tall. Set your feet down together. All right, we'll take another good breath in. Lift the arms up. As we exhale, let's open to the right. Find that easy spine twist. So maybe grab your leg, hips in the seat. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, find your twist. Look over your right shoulder. Staying like that as you take another inhale. Exhale, maybe twist a little further. All right, inhale, let's come up through the middle. Exhale, bring your hands now to the left side. So again, finding your leg, your seat, hips down, belly in. Inhale. Exhale as you start your twist, looking to the left. Do that one more time. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, let's inhale, unwind, reach to the sky, reach forward. Everybody just hang like a rag doll. Oh, soften your neck, maybe shake it a little yes and no. Relaxing your shoulders from the ears. Keep your belly strong so you're safely stretching along your spine from the neck down to the tailbone. Another good breath in, good breath out. Maybe reach a little further towards the toes. Now squeeze your tummy. Big inhale as you round up. Let your chin come up last. Maybe reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, arms coming out. All right, relaxing the shoulders down a little bit. I'm going to give you a fun little shoulder stretch. Take your right hand behind your head. So this is kind of stair stepping, a tricep stretch. You start to walk your hand down towards your neck. Don't tuck the chin. Keep that throat open. Now, option one, that left hand can kind of just support, gently pushing not on the elbow, but the arm, just to get that stretch here. Now, full expression, this is cow face from yoga. Your left palm out, scooping up from the bottom. So let me show you. In theory, you have your right hand, palm to the back, your left palm out from the bottom, and you can definitely feel how that channels into our shoulder. And if you're really crunched over, come out of it a little bit. Make sure your throat is open, your chin slightly above neutral. Your fingers never have to touch. If anything, press your fingers into your back and resist your back into your fingers. So again, just opening up gently through our chest, our shoulder spaces. Hello. All right, release, shake that out a second. Get to the other side. So left palm starts as a tricep stretch, kind of maybe from the head, walking down to the neck. Now, if you need that right hand just to kind of support, just gently tugging on that left arm to let the elbow reach up to the ceiling, full expression. Your right palm from the bottom scoops up. All right, so I'll show you again that mirror or that same image, left palm in, right palm out. Again, just kind of resisting your fingers and back into each other. And spoiler alert, you might have more openness on one side than the other, and that is okay. My only suggestion is that if one side is like the other side's do the same thing on both sides. You might have to back off a stronger side, but you want to give that less mobile side time to catch up, right? So give yourself another good breath in, lift up the chin, good breath out. All right, release the arms, shake it out a little bit. If you're able to, just do some like kind of swings across, watch your space. Just loosen up tension. Last two, last one. All right, relax it. Soften the shoulders down a few times away from the ears. Giving in some neck stretches. Let your right head relax towards the shoulder. Just see how that left side is finding space. If you want to go deeper, pretend like you're reaching your left hand out to touch something. If it hurts, you don't have to do it, but just elongating that stretch there as you take another breath. All right, hand to the leg, chin to the chest. Let your head relax towards the left side. Option to reach the right arm out. Do you have to? No, you don't. But if you want to feel a little extra, just lengthen along from your neck, your shoulders. All right, hand to the leg. Bring your chin shoulder to shoulder a couple of times. Starting to slow down the breath a little more. Maybe do full circles as long as it doesn't hurt. Just be mindful you got to balance and go both ways. All right, so we always finish up our time together with just a couple of breaths. I'll send you on your happy way. Take a nice big inhale, sweep the hands up, let your palms touch. As you exhale, bring them down to heart center, that bit of gratitude, send it out to you. Take another good breath in. Keep the belly strong. As you exhale, press the palms down, press the shoulders down. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale. Give yourself a little smile, a little nod, that sense of accomplishment because you did something amazing for yourself. So give yourself a round of applause. Thank you all so much. Again, my name is Amanda. Have a beautiful day and keep moving.